Testosterone, the hormone most associated with masculinity.
Everything from a deepening of voice to muscles to different characteristics on the jaw and so on often are related to testosterone.
But Mayo Clinic's Dr. Landon Trost says as men age, their testosterone levels tend to drop, causing a long list of possible symptoms, from decreased energy to decreased sexual function to weight gain and muscle loss. But exactly what levels considered low testosterone, commonly referred to as low T, depends on a lot of factors, including age.
So how do we go from this to this? What's up guys, Freeman here, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be rolling up my sleeves and doing a bit of a different video today. And this is a follow-up to a video that I made a while ago about testosterone and its epidemic state in the West. Now, one of the main issues that people have these days is that they can't get people pregnant, they have no sex drives, they're impotent, they have all sorts of emotional issues. They just can't achieve their goals, they just can't find the willpower, and they're fat or they have a little bit of a pouch. This is a massive, massive indicator of low testosterone. And the media, or the common consensus, is basically saying that, oh, it's because of age. Just ignore the whole testosterone debate. It's all because of age. You're getting old, and because you're getting old, you're getting fat, and because you're getting fat, you're getting low testosterone. It's only recently that in the last 20 years, there's actually been studies that have basically shown that they don't know why. It's not because of age, it's because of X3, we don't know, we need to puzzle it. Now, I could go into 1,000,001 different reasons why people have low testosterone, like for example, chemicals in food, chemicals in our clothes, chemicals in the air, the fact that our foods are very, very lacking in iodine, and all sorts of other things. But this is not that kind of a video. If you want to see that, it'll probably come in the future. Today, I'm going to try and show people ways to increase testosterone. And that's by listing 5 ways that I found to help improve testosterone. Now, this is going to be going out to all those soy-faced men out there, or men who can't get it up, or men who don't have the drive, or men who have any of the issues that I've actually listed before. Now, low T can also cause stuff like diabetes and, other symptoms, but let's just focus on, the positive. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 ways that you can increase testosterone. I have been using these ways myself. Now, they haven't actually been directly because of testosterone, like for example, ginger. I actually take ginger to help boost my detoxification, to help clean out my gut, to help improve my circulation, and just, there's 1,000,001 different benefits that actually ginger has. So I decided to actually list out some of these here for you today. So let's just start with that one, ginger. Ginger is one of those ones that everyone can start taking now. I think everyone has access to a shop, or at least can actually go and get some. Depending on where you are, it can be a bit more or less expensive, but honestly, for the health benefits, it is worth it. Like for example, protecting against toxic effects from chemicals, anti-inflammatory, protects DNA, protects the brain against the effects of Alzheimer's, and increases testosterone. Ginger is one of those unseen superheroes. It is one of those ones that the Chinese knew about all of its health potential. It has 101 different benefits to it, and I really, really recommend people get on it. Now, the ways to actually take ginger that I do is I actually juice ginger, or you could boil ginger, or you could do what I do and you could chop, dice it into really, really small parts, and then you could add it to a vegetable stir fry. That's a very good way of actually getting ginger, and the fiber in it is absolutely amazing. And if you can actually take the taste, you'll be feeling a lot better, especially if you juiced it. Now, onto testosterone. The reason why I say this is actually going to a study. The main mechanisms by which this occurs are by enhancing LH production, increasing the level of cholesterol in testes. Oh, and by the way, people think that cholesterol is bad. Actually, cholesterol is not bad. Cholesterol is like the fireman in the body. If there is a fire, cholesterol will be there, just like firefighters. So doctors commonly think that if you have high cholesterol, that is bad, and they correlate high cholesterol with disease. But that's just like saying, oh, lots of firemen are bad, lots of firemen are very, very bad, so you have to get them off the streets. Not realizing that lots of firemen are because there's lots of fires everywhere. So they end up basically getting you on these pills to help lower your cholesterol and causing 1,000,001 different problems. But I'll go into that later on. It increases the level of cholesterol in testes, reducing oxidative stress and lipid peroxidation in testes. Enhances the activity of antioxidant enzymes, normalizes blood glucose, and increases the blood flow to the testes, increases testicular weight, because just in case your balls need to get heavier, and recycles testosterone receptors. So boom, there you have it. Ginger is one of the best ways, I think, natural ways, that you can help to boost your testosterone. And like I said, the prices may vary, but it is worth it. So back to the East again. This is probably one of my favorite herbs, and if you're a guy, this should be one of your favorite herbs too. Ashwagandha is an absolutely amazing adaptogenic herb, and an adaptogen is basically basically a herb that allows your body to adapt to certain environmental conditions, like for example stress. Ginseng is also very, very good for this too. And how it works is it basically increases your body's tolerance to stress, as well as has antioxidant properties to boost your overall performance. Ashwagandha is also used by a lot of bodybuilders and a lot of people who are generally doing some sort of physical exercise, because it will increase the amount of results that you will get from this exercise. But back to the facts, Ashwagandha supports inflammation. Ashwagandha supports energy levels and is an anti-inflammatory. It supports immune function, protects the brain against Alzheimer's, helps protect the brain health, which I've already listed again for some reason, and increases testosterone levels. Now, I actually take Ashwagandha and I take it in a coffee form. I add a lot of different herbs to it, and I can tell you after taking it I do feel a lot better, I do feel a lot more concentrated and a lot calmer as well. I would love to get a testosterone test anyway, because I'd like to see what it is like too, as well as a hair mineral analysis. But I've been taking it for years now and I recommend it for everyone. So to the exact mechanism, the supplement is associated with significant increase in male muscle mass as well as strength, and suggests that supplementation may be useful in conjunction with a rate resistance training program. So this doesn't actually specifically list testosterone, because the actual study is too long for me to actually put in this, but I recommend everyone to take it because it does have testosterone boosting benefits. If you want to know more about it, I actually have a link to an article in it, and I'll link all the sources for this in the description, where you can actually check it out for yourself and see what it's like, and compare the research and add to your knowledge, because ultimately there's no point me making any of these videos if no one actually learns anything from it. My main message to people is do your own research. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. Go out and see if it's true, see if it's right, because I could be chatting shit for all you know. This is why all sources will be in the description. Zinc. Now this is an interesting one, because I usually recommend people who are, and this is going to be in a future video about hair loss, which people voted on a while ago and I'm still yet to get to doing. Zinc is one of those minerals that is lacking from a lot of people, and I found that especially when it comes to people who are losing hair or are having grey hair, zinc is one of those ones that basically helps to reverse that process. And just in general, zinc and copper, if they're very, very low in the body, people start to get oxidative stress in their hair and they start to lose hair and it starts to fall out. Now, I actually had a bit of a problem with my hair. It used to fall out when I was younger, but as I actually cleaned out my system, that was better. But we're not talking about that. So, zinc improves learning and memory, decreases age-related lists of chronic disease, improves immune system, used for treating erectile dysfunction and other reproductive conditions, shown to improve testosterone in deficient men. So, zinc supplementation of marginally zinc-deficient elderly men for 6 months resulted in an increase of serum testosterone by numbers to better numbers and some other signatures, so it makes it better. We conclude that zinc, did I really reverse my autism? We conclude that zinc might play an important role in modulating serum testosterone in normal men. Now, it's interesting because this study was actually aimed at elderly men, but zinc has already been used for reproductive benefits too. Also, those who have been following some of my videos about NoFap know that semen is one of the most zinc-rich substances, natural substances, at least that a human can. But this is weird. Zinc, it's full of zinc. Basically, it's full of zinc, and this is why many people have low testosterone. I think is that they are losing all of their minerals in the wrong way, and so when you actually supplement with zinc and copper, or zinc and selenium, also copper, if you want to preserve your hair, you will start to see a increase in testosterone. Basically, all the stuff that you have lost will be returned. So I've actually already covered iodine in a previous video, which I will link a description to. But if I haven't, iodine is necessary for metabolism and thyroid function. But before I get into the boring stuff, everyone take iodine. I swear to God, iodine is one of the most deficient things that people are in. I'm going to make a video about the top 5 things that people are deficient in, but I'll just list them off here. All that people need to be taking, the 5 best supplements: iodine, magnesium, vitamin B12, vitamin D, and vitamin C. Yes, I think I said that. Iodine, magnesium, vitamin C, vitamin D, and B12. If you have those supplements, oh, how can I forget sulfur? Oh, if only it was top 6. If you take those plus sulfur, you will see a benefit. Now, many people, I always tell people this if they have something against supplements, because they still fall for the myth that you can get everything from your food, which is true, by the way, but not true anymore unless you are growing it yourself in good soil. I tell people, like, look, try these supplements. If you don't see a result in a week, then I'm full of shit. Not one person has come back and said that they haven't actually got anything from it. So those are the best. But back to iodine. Iodine is necessary for metabolism and thyroid function. Protects the body from toxins such as chlorine and fluoride, which are two major things which are responsible for lowering willpower. There are lots of people out there who do not like fluoride, who think that fluoride is, put in the water and stuff like that. What I will say is this does require me to put on a bit of just a thin layer of tinfoil and say that fluoride was used. It's not safe for humans. Fluoride is not safe for humans. In fact, it's been proven to lower to lower willpower and lower your general drive. So one of the main reasons why I think like iodine, whenever I take it, I have massive surges in willpower, is that it's starting to take out all of those highlights like chlorine from the water anyway, and fluoride from the toothpaste, or fluoride that's been stuck in my cells, because I don't actually use fluoride toothpaste anymore, and we don't have fluoridated water. But there's all sorts of other halides like bromide. Iodine takes it all out, and I tell you, you feel a lot more organized, you feel a lot more motivated. So, protects you from radiation, is an antiseptic, is a powerful antioxidant, and boosts testosterone. Now, I actually already have the statistics on iodine and testosterone in a previous video. I will link that. So go and check that out if you want to. I won't waste any more time here because I'm running out of time. So the last one I'm going to talk about is actually a bit of a more controversial one, because there's been hundreds of, well, there's not hundreds, but there's been a lot of studies out there basically saying that this supplement does not work. But after doing some more research, I found that it's a bit more complicated than that. And this is D-Aspartic Acid. Now, D-Aspartic Acid has been used by people to help to boost testosterone. However, various many studies have basically come out and said that it doesn't work. Upon further investigation, I found that D-Aspartic Acid actually does increase testosterone, but only if your testosterone is low already. So, if you're already a lumberjack, you know, triple bearded man's man, then you don't need this. But if you're the average person, like I have an inkling that my testosterone is probably low as well. If you are someone who's looking to boost their testosterone levels and you're not already going to the gym and you haven't already got a T-test, then I suggest taking this, because like it says here, if your testosterone is already below normal, the D-Aspartic Acid will bring it to normal. But once your testosterone is normal, it will not increase it any further. So this supplement is for people who know that their testosterone is low or want to get started with it, because it does have really, really great effects if your testosterone is already low. But that's one of the more researched ones. So I actually recommend doing this at the very end, and instead start with the other ones like ginger, ashwagandha, zinc, and iodine. You can also throw in some vitamin D too. You could also throw in some vitamin D too. I really, really do suggest starting with those. But once you're done with that, D-Aspartic Acid. Now, I've actually tried it, and I'll be honest, I add so much stuff to my coffee, because I had ginseng, I had ashwagandha, I had cacao, I had maca, I had the clume, I had also and D-Aspartic Acid, I had tryptophan, I had everything. I had so much stuff to my coffee. And I added some D-Aspartic Acid, and I can tell you I didn't really notice that much of a difference. So maybe that's telling me that my testosterone is already normal, or maybe it's telling me that I'm putting too much damn stuff in my coffee. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for you today, guys. Thanks for watching my top 5 supplements video. If you know anyone that has a soy face, or if you know anyone that has low testosterone, please show them this video, or at least tell them the information that's on it. Because, honestly, low testosterone is an absolute epidemic, and I think it's one of the reasons why we're seeing so many weak men in general. I don't blame people who like to, you know, act effeminate. I don't, because they are being raised in a chemical soup, which is actively lowering their testosterone. So they couldn't be manly even if they tried. Anyway, Freeman out. Oh, burn and peace.